Going Beyond is a presentation of Beyond Housing, helping entire communities become better places to live with RareGem Productions. Reliance Bank, your locally owned hometown bank, is pleased to sponsor today's Going Beyond radio show. With 20 locations throughout the St. Louis area, Reliance Bank is making money a little friendlier.
Member FDIC and equal housing lender.
We're going beyond.
Today on Going Beyond.
On today's show, we're going to talk about getting healthy, staying healthy.
So yes, we are having the 4th annual Health Festival. We usually call it Destination to Healthy Communities. It's happening October 25th from 9 to 1 o'clock, where we'll be giving out flu shots, diabetes screening. We'll have cooking demonstrations. There's also going to be a lot of games and activities for the kids. There's going to be a game van where we're going to have the kids out there on the Wii's to make sure that they stay active and healthy, as well as raffles, free food. So it's a lot of fun for everyone.
Joining me on today's show is Ted Simpson, Community Services Manager for Beyond Housing, and Deborah Vincent, President of the Pagedale Community Association. Beyond Housing is going beyond.
That and more ahead today on Going Beyond with Chris Krehmeyer, right after this. Reliance Bank is focused on meeting the banking needs of the entire St. Louis community. That's because Reliance Bank, unlike the big national banks, is locally owned and operated. It's run by people you know, and that's important when you're looking for a personal checking account that's really free, a mortgage, or a loan for your business. So stop in and introduce yourself at one of their 20 branches throughout the St. Louis area. Reliance Bank, making money a little friendlier.
Member FDIC and equal housing lender.
My name is Flint Fowler, president of the Boys and Girls Clubs of Greater St. Louis, and I believe that all young people should have the opportunity to realize their full potential, and I believe in going beyond.
We're going beyond. Welcome to this edition of Going Beyond. I'm your host, Chris Krehmeyer, President and CEO of Beyond Housing. On today's show, we're going to talk about getting healthy, staying healthy. Joining me on today's show is Ted Simpson, Community Services Manager for Beyond Housing, and Deborah Vincent, President of the Pagedale Community Association. Both of you, welcome to the show.
Hey, how are you?
Fantastic, fantastic. Ted, we have an exciting event coming up later in the month in October. Please tell our listeners kind of what's going to be happening.
So yes, we are having the 4th annual Health Festival. We usually call it Destination to Healthy Communities. It's happening October 25th from 9 to 1 o'clock. So 9 o'clock starts our annual mayor race, where we have the 24-1 municipality mayors come in and take part in a race on the trail for St. Vincent, but it's open to anyone. So if you want to come and register, please feel free to do so. And at 10 o'clock starts our actual health festival, where we'll be giving out flu shots, diabetes screening. We'll have cooking demonstrations. There's also going to be a lot of games and activities for the kids. There's going to be a game van where we're going to have the kids out there on the Wii's to make sure that they stay active and healthy, as well as raffles, free food. So it's a lot of fun for everyone. Make sure you're there.
And the location?
Oh, yes. It is at the St. Vincent Community Center, 7335 St. Charles Rock Road, 63133.
And that's in beautiful downtown Pagedale.
Quite.
In between Pennsylvania and Ferguson Avenue. It's absolutely one of the nicest parks in all of St. Louis County, but it's got one little entrance. And if you drive too fast, you can't see it. So, again, it's on St. Charles Rock Road in between Ferguson and Pennsylvania Avenue. Deborah, I know you've been very active in a number of the health activities that go on at St. Vincent that Beyond Housing and others have put together. Can you talk a little bit about what you participated in and why this notion of getting and staying healthy is important to you?
Yes, Chris. I participate in several of the programs, the free programs at the center, which one will be hot hula on Mondays.
So what is hot hula? It sounds interesting, but what is it?
It's like doing the hula dance.
The hula dance, okay.
You're basically working with your moving with your knees.
There's got to be some hip action there too, doesn't it?
Oh yeah, a lot of that.
All right. So it's hot hula. All right. What else?
And on Tuesdays and Thursdays is Zumba.
Okay.
And Wednesday and Saturday we have butts and guts.
That sounds a little scary.
A lot of fun, pretty intense, but it's a lot of fun.
Okay, so yeah, how many of those do you participate in? Couple?
All of them.
All of them? Wow.
Yeah.
I feel like a slacker. I better think about my workout routine. So tell me a little bit more and tell our listeners a little bit more about why you make the time, right? Because a lot of folks will say, and we certainly understand it, I don't have the time, to work out now. I know you just retired, but before you retired, you led a very busy life. So how did you figure out that this was important to you, and how did you convince yourself to make the time?
Okay, what I would do is I would undress at work, and then I would put on my attire so that I can leave from work and drive directly there, because I had to be there at 5:30. And I'd meet my daughter there as well, so I have her participating in the program. But before then, I was having a lot of health issues. For one, my blood pressure was totally out of control, and my doctor suggested that I participate in some kind of exercise program. So I joined up with the P2H program.
That's the Passport to Health program.
And started off with one class, and I eventually participated in all of them.
So how's your blood pressure now?
It has dropped significantly. Not only that, I lost 30 pounds. I lost a dress size and a half.
Right.
I
feel better, look better?
Much better, feel much better. And, of course, I had to change my eating habits, so I got off of the red meats, which really helped. So now my doctor is very impressed with my blood pressure, and now I used to go every 3 months, and he's kicked me out. He doesn't want to see me but once a year now.
How great is that? So again, for all our listeners, because I know folks out there have some blood pressure challenges. You heard firsthand there from Deborah Vincent that you can take control of that. Not easy. You have to be committed. You have to work, but you can take control of it. Ted, let's talk a little bit more about when folks come, what can they expect? You talked a little bit about the kids' activities. Will there be other vendors, any other healthcare providers? What else will people get to take part of when they come?
So we have the UMSL nursing students that are coming in and doing activities for the kids that are all completely health related. So getting them to understand what a healthy plate is. We're also going to be having actually one of DJs coming in to speak about staying healthy, A+. He's actually spoken to the kids before. The kids really loved him. He's speaking about half an hour. They're also going to do a radio remote. They're going to be broadcasting from St. Vincent during the same time. There'll also be Zumba classes there and slide, which actually happens on Fridays for Passport to Health. It's a Friday night slide class. So we're going to be doing those demonstrations so people can get a feel for what the classes would be like. Signing up is absolutely free. So you'll be able to see what classes are like. You'll be able to take part in exercise classes with like-minded individuals because it's nothing but supportive and trying to make sure that everybody stays in the same mind frame and not letting anybody fall off the wagon.
And if somebody wanted to get a flu shot?
Oh, yeah, definitely. I'm glad you brought that up. So, yes, there are free flu shots. So please take advantage of this great opportunity. So we'll have that there. We'll have vision screenings there for the kids. And we will also have diabetes screenings happening in the resource village. And they'll also be taking cholesterol to check. So you can have all this done for free, 10 to 1, St. Vincent Community Center.
Saturday, October 25th. Again, a host of activities, free services. Again, we are on the front side of this larger conversation in the region about getting healthy, staying healthy. You heard Deborah's story about reducing her blood pressure, losing 30 pounds. And I'm a married man, but you look good.
Thank you, Chris.
Fantastic. I've seen you from where you were before to now. You look absolutely fantastic. So again, Deborah, let's talk a little bit about now. You said your daughter comes too. Now, did you push her to get there, or did she push you to get there, or a little bit of both?
Well, actually, I moved her into one of my rental properties 5 doors from me. In order to keep me motivated, I pulled her in. So now she participates. Not only her, my 6-year-old grandbaby also attends Butts and Guts.
Fantastic. So again, for our listeners, this is not about, trying to get to the gym by yourself, right? This is about you can do this with others. And a couple classes that I've seen, there's a whole lot of laughing going on as well as exercising. So again, a sense of community, right? What we're trying to build in the 24/1 footprint with all the things we do. So you do not have to do it alone. Ted, let's talk about the stuff for the kids again, because I know sometimes if you're a parent on the weekend, and you have your children. You're not always doing necessarily what you want to do, but how can I keep my kids busy? So again, let's talk again about the things that are available for the kids, both the fun stuff with the Wii's as well as everything else.
Well, I think what actually makes this year really significant with the annual health festival is that we're actually combining it with another event that Beyond Housing was doing previously called Red Ribbon. And Red Ribbon was a campaign that was derived after the fall of a DEA agent that was helping stop drugs and everything coming into the U.S. So it's kind of done in his honor. Usually we've done a parade around the municipality of Pagedale, and then we usually bring in a speaker, and there's foods and there's bounce houses. But most of all, it's a message to try to make sure that kids understand of being healthy isn't just dealing with eating, but also a healthy lifestyle. So staying away from possible deterrents as far as being successful in school, drugs, alcohol, and even today dealing with violence and bullying and things of that nature. So that's what one of our speakers will be covering. We will have some of our games and our prizes are actually geared towards that, towards a positive message for kids. They can also participate in the walk. We have the gamer van. We'll have a bounce house. And then they can also take part in our entertainment village, which will be the Zumba classes, the slide classes, and if you want to teach your kids how to cook, there'll also be cooking demonstrations there as well.
Okay, and all of this for free. Saturday, October 25th, starts at 9 a.m. And if you live in any one of the 24 communities that are in the Normandy school footprint, I promise you, your mayor wants you to come out and be part of the walk or run at 9 a.m. because there is a big trophy that gets handed out every year. And I believe Veneta Park was last year's winner. There was a new rule instituted that mayors couldn't bring their own busload of residents to St. Vincent. So I know both Greendale and Pagedale in particular were upset about Mayor McGee in Veneta Park bringing his bus. So there's a lot of interest in mayors. So if you live in one of the 24 communities, there's a whole host of reasons why you should come. But if you want to make your mayor happy, come up, sign up, and see who gets that big trophy. Free flu shots.
Free flu shots.
I'm going to get mine, so you may see me stand in line. I get my free flu shot every year at the health festival. I have not gotten sick. We're some wood to knock on. I have not gotten sick in the years I've been taking it. I used to be one of those folks who said, but don't you get the flu if you get the flu shot? The answer is no, you don't. It keeps you healthy. One more time, Ted, what are all the other free activities for folks to participate in?
Okay, there are going to be cooking demonstrations, exercise and fitness classes. We're going to have games, raffles. It's also going to be free food there, and it's going to be healthy food to give you some sort of ideas. There'll be children's games both inside and outside of the community center, one being a gaming van that has mostly Wii's in there to keep the kids active and moving. There'll be a bounce house. And the games on the inside will be health-related for all the kids. And every time you play a game, you automatically win.
And, Deborah, could you give a word of encouragement to folks who are listening who are thinking, oh, yeah, I've heard about health festivals and I don't have time, and could you give folks a word of encouragement about what getting healthy has meant to you?
Being healthy means that hopefully for me to live a little longer so I can spend a lot more time with my grandchildren. But please come out and participate in these programs, especially the Zumba. I will be there at the Zumba demonstrations. I'll be the one that'll have on the little scarf with the little trinkets on it. So
you'll be noticeable.
I'll be noticeable.
All right, Ted, one last time, give us the logistics of the 4th Annual Beyond Housing Health Festival.
October 25th, 2014 at St. Vincent Community Center, 7335 St. Charles Rock Road, 63133. Pre-registration for the run starts at 8:30. The actual run starts at 9 o'clock, and the health festival starts off at 10.
Fantastic. Ted Simpson, Deborah Vincent, thanks so much for being on the show.
Thank you.
Thank you, Chris.
Reliance Bank is pleased to sponsor today's Going Beyond radio show. With 20 locations throughout the St. Louis area, Reliance Bank, your locally owned hometown bank, is making money a little friendlier.
Member FDIC and equal housing lender.
We're going beyond.
Going Beyond is a presentation of Beyond Housing, helping entire communities become better places to live with RareGem Productions. Proudly promoting, presenting, and producing positive programming.
Neighborhood is where you live, and we want to keep it strong and vibrant. This is Chris Krehmeyer with Beyond Housing. We are going beyond.
Chris Krehmeyer, President and CEO of Beyond Housing. Located at 4156 Manchester, phone number 314-533-0600. The only organization in in the St. Louis region that offers access to affordable housing. Wherever we work, our goal is to help transform people, families, and communities so that they achieve the skills, strategies, resources, and commitment to succeed for the long term. See our work at beyondhousing.org. Podcast for Going Beyond can be heard, downloaded, and shared by visiting hallelujah1600.com. Listed under the music tab, on demand. Going Beyond is another positive production of RareGem Productions.